Raya, you the GOAT, boy.
RT, you good, bro?
Benzion, you the man. I've been doing this here, man.
Crazy coming back, he crack the sky, he come with fire. Babylon, yeah, it gotta burn, yeah, papaya. Damn, where you read that at? It's in the Bible. I tell you what you're afraid of, a black messiah. Crazy coming back, he crack the sky, he come with fire. Babylon, yeah, it gotta burn, yeah, papaya. Damn, where you read that at? It's in the Bible. I tell you what you're afraid of, a black messiah. Crazy coming back to save his people from the enemy. The same people stole us, then they sold us to the enemy. Came on a slave ship, shackles on my damn arm, yokes around my neck, on my feet, so I couldn't run. Meat shack.
How you doing, King? You got 5 minutes for God? You love God? All right, let's see. Let's see if we love God. Come on over, King. Take a look at the sign. What's your name? Gerald?
Yeah.
I'm Officer Nathan. Hey, take a look at the signs. Take a look at the signs. Are you familiar with anything on these signs?
Yeah.
What it's showing you? What it look like to you? Slavery, don't it?
Yeah.
It look like slavery, don't it?
Yeah.
So you said you love God. Watch this. Read what you got.
The book of John, chapter 14 and verse 15. If ye love me, keep my commandments.
God said, if you love me, this is actually Jesus. Jesus said, if you love me, keep my commandments. So go back to 8 and verse 32. So what we come out here to do, we come out here to give a solution to the community. We come out here to read the Bible to show you that we are indeed the people, the children of the book. Read what you got.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
It said, and ye, speaking of about the man, speaking to the Israelites. He said, and ye, Gerald, myself, everybody that's out here. He said, ye shall know the truth. Read.
And the truth shall make you free.
Don't forget, Christ said, if you love me, do what? Christ said, if you love me, keep what?
All my commandments.
Keep my commandments. So, right here he said, and ye shall know the truth. Give me that Psalms. He said, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. So let's find out what the truth is. Read what you got.
The book of Psalms.
It said, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. Let's see what that truth is. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119 and verse 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth.
And thy law is the what?
Thy law is the truth.
And thy law is the truth. So it's showing you, Gerald, that the laws, statutes, and commandments are the truth. Give me that 151.
The book of Psalms, chapter 119, verse 151. Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are
And all thy what?
And all thy commandments are truth.
And all thy commandments are truth. Let's show you some truth that happened to these men, the people that you see on these signs. We're gonna show you some truth that happened to our people, our ancestors. But they tell us to do what? Forget about it. Remember what happened to the Holocaust. Remember 9/11. They tell you remember their history, but forget our history. So now we are back. The prophets are back to show men the truth.
Right.
According to the Bible. Read what you got.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments.
To do all his what?
All his commandments.
Don't forget, Gerald, he said these commandments are what? Are the truth. So God is showing Moses something. This is the book of Deuteronomy. Moses is saying, if you do not do all the commandments, if you don't do all this truth, read.
And his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses.
Hold on. He said, read it again for Gerald. I want Gerald to get this. Yes, sir, from the top.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments,
all his truth, Gerald,
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses,
that all these what?
All these curses.
So Moses told the children of Israel, if they don't do all the truth, all the commandments, that all these curses. Are curses a good thing or a bad thing, Gerald? It's a bad thing. So Moses telling the Israelites that all these bad things are going to befall you if you don't continue to do the commandments. Read what you got.
That all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
They was gonna come upon you, Gerald, and overtake you, Gerald. Now I told you, look at these signs. We finna show you without a shadow of doubt that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the children of the slave trade. We are indeed the Israelites. Read verse 16.
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
So the very first curse, Gerald, he said, cursed should thou be in the city. No matter what city you go to, Gerald, who populates the slums and the ghettos? Because the slums and the ghettos are the lowest parts of the community, right? Who populate it? The so-called blacks.
Right.
So it's showing you, Gerald, that these Israelites, which Moses was speaking to, they would be so-called blacks. Not only that, it said, read it again.
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Said the city, read.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
And cursed should thou be in the field. Don't forget, Gerald, I said, look at these signs, take a look at these signs. What would we curse in the field, Gerald? Slavery. The cotton field. Big mama, big papa, picking cotton. But 2022, 23, we gotta go buy the cotton. That's crazy. We picked it all these years, 400 plus years, but now we gotta, it's sold to us for a price. Here it should be given to us for free, right? But God said, if you don't do all these commandments, that curses was gonna befall you. So it's showing you that what? We are a cursed people. Give me verse 46.
Verse 46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder.
Saying, and they, speaking of these curses, are going to be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder. For example, Gerald, if I ask you who are the Israelites today, besides whatever I just told you about the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans being the children of Israel, who would you say the Israelites are today? I know it's us, but what I'm getting at is you have a nation of people proclaiming to be the Israelites. They call themselves Jewish, right? Which they know that they not the Jews. God said, and they shall be upon thee for a sign. A sign is for what? How would you know to go to this store right here? The sign. Say if you wanted to go to say Subway, you want your little sub sandwich. How would you know to go to Subway if there's no sign? Right. So that sign is to identify. It's an identification mark. So God has put an identification mark on the so-called black people to let them know that they are indeed the children of Israel in the last days. Because a nation of people have stripped us from our inheritance. Read what you got.
And upon thy seed forever.
And upon thy seed, meaning your children forever. So these curses gonna keep being generated upon our children. Give me verse 32.
Verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
Remember, these are curses. He said, thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people. When did that happen? During slavery. During slavery. Our sons and daughters, who was they given to?
White man.
The white man. Read.
And thine eyes shall look and fail with longing for them all the day long.
And we couldn't do nothing but what? Cry. Because why? It's gonna say it. This is why we couldn't do nothing to get our kids back. Read what you got.
Bring it out.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
God said, and it's not gonna be no might in your hand, Gerald. You got kids?
Yeah.
Boys or girls? Yeah, okay, all praise, you got you a prophet. God said, if the white man was to take your kids, they can do it to today. If they feel that Gerald is an unfit parent, what they gonna do? They gonna take your child. And then you gotta do what? You gotta try to fight just to get your child back. So what it's showing you, Gerald, that we are indeed these people. Read what you got. Keep reading.
And there shall be no might in thine hand.
Come on.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall another nation, which thou knowest not, eat up.
He said the fruit of thy land. Read it again, read it again.
Verse 33, the fruit of thy land and all thy labor shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Said the fruit of thy land. Hold on, I'm missing it, my fault. Read it again.
The fruit of thy land and all thy labors shall a nation which thou knowest not eat up.
Said the fruit of thy land and all thy labors. Meaning, whatever you did in your land, remember we had our own land. He said, all the building you did, the fruit of your labors, a nation which you knew not was gonna come over and do what? Take everything. Gonna take everything. Read.
And thou shalt be only oppressed and crushed always.
And you was gonna be oppressed and destroyed always. Read on.
So that thou shalt be mad for the sight of thine eyes.
Now you wonder why we walk around mad. Now you wonder why we walk around drinking. Wonder why we walk around smoking, getting high. Because we have been not only have we been destroyed, we have been stripped from our crown, man. So now it's time to put the crown back. Give me Romans 13. And it's verse 10 or 11. Who will rise up? Now it's time. Yeah. What's that?
They know who I am.
Now it's time to bring the black man up. It's time to build the black man back up to his kingdom. It's time to take the kingdom back, man. Because for so long we have been destroyed. We've been lied to. Now it's time to destroy all the lies. Because right now we think a lot of people just now getting off coming from what? Church. We think Sunday is church. That's the time we're supposed to worship God, but it's not. So we gotta cast those lies down. You got that?
Yes, sir.
Read what you got.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94 and verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers?
So God got a question, Gerald, saying, who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Who gonna rise up for me against the drugs in the community? The whoremongering in the community? God got a question, it's for us. Who's gonna do it? We gotta do it, Gerald. Read.
The book of Psalms, chapter 94, verse 16. Who will rise up for me against the evildoers? Or who will stand up for me against the workers of iniquity?
Or who's gonna stand up for God against the workers of iniquity? The brother that's look just like you and decide to gun you down because you stepped on his Jordans. Who's gonna rise up for that? It's time, Gerald. Give me 1 Corinthians. Let's see. Don't forget, what's the love of Christ? Let's see if you remember, Gerald. Let's see if you remember, Gerald. What's the love of Christ? To do what? He said, if ye love me, keep what?
My commandments.
You gotta be with me, Gerald. Your head is off. He said, if you love me, keep my commandments. We finna show you a commandment, Gerald. Read what you got.
The book of First Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3.
Start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ.
So Paul is saying, Gerald, be ye followers of me, even as I also am of Christ. Read.
Now I praise you, brother, that you remember me in all things and keep the ordinances as I deliver them to you.
Because Paul is now what? Dead and gone. So now he's telling us to do what? Keep the what?
Keep the ordinances.
He said keep the order. It's time that we keep the order, Gerald. Read.
As I deliver them to you.
Come on.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
Said the head of every man, Gerald. You following? The head of every man is who? Read it again for him.
But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
The head of every man is who, Gerald? It's Christ. Read.
And the head of the woman is the man.
And the head of the what? The woman is who? The man. Is the man. Read.
And the head of Christ is God.
Say, and the head of Christ is who? God. So Paul is giving us an order. God, Christ, man, and then woman. Then you got the children. Read.
Every man praying or prophesying, having his head covered, dishonors his head.
So Paul said, every man that prayed and prophesied. What does it mean to pray and prophesy? You know?
My sister's a pastor. I'm down here to serpent that stole my.
You know what prayer means, don't it? When you pray. Okay, let's see what prophesy means. Give me Revelations 1 and 3. Hold that. Give me Revelations 1 and 3. Pizza.
I'm coming right back.
Oh man, see?
I'm gonna go order them. I'm coming right back. I just gotta order.
That's how Satan gets you, Gerald. We're trying to get you to understand. But
Somebody else.
who is for? Tell them they need to come out here and listen to God too.
Yeah.
It's what?
But I just want to give them.
Don't forget the order.
Yeah.
I guarantee that pizza for a woman. You sure? You sure?
For my cousin.
Read what you got.
The book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
You want to be blessed, right, Gerald? Listen what the Bible says.
And they that hear the word.
Read it from the top.
Verse 3. Blessed is he that readeth.
The Bible said, blessed is he that readeth. That's what we're doing right now. We read.
Yeah.
And they that hear the word.
And they that what?
Hear the words.
You are listening, so you are hearing. You're in the midst of hearing. The what?
And the words of this prophecy.
And the words of this prophecy. So you are in the midst of a prophecy, Gerald. Go back to where we at.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 4. Every man praying or prophesying.
Right now we are in the midst of what? Prophesying. Because why? We are reading the Bible. Anytime you're reading the Bible, you are in the midst of prophesying. So it said every man that prayed or prophesied, read.
Having his head covered.
Having his what?
Having his head covered.
Having his head covered, read.
Dishonoreth his head.
He dishonored his head. You said you love Christ, right? You love God. So if we're in the midst of prophecy, who are you dishonoring? You dishonoring who? God, Christ, how? You missed it. Your mind on a pizza. I guarantee that pizza gonna have pork on it. See that? This is why God stopped you right here. Give me Leviticus. God got something for you, man. Give me Leviticus.
Bring it out, huh?
He want that pizza so bad. Watch this, Gerald. Read what you got.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 11 and verse 7. And the swine.
And the swine, what is swine, Gerald?
Pig.
It's pig. So Gerald knows swine is pig. And the pig
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven-footed, yet he cheweth not the cud. He is unclean to you.
He is what?
Unclean to you.
So Gerald, that swine, that pig, the Bible said, God said, he is unclean. Meaning what? You can't eat it. You can't eat it. So once you go get that pizza, it gotta be cheese, beef. They got beef, pepperoni, don't it? Turkey pepperoni. God said it can't be the pig. Said in the swine, he is what?
Unclean to you.
Give me the last two verses.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat, and their carcass shall ye not touch. They are unclean to you.
Said they are unclean. Give me the last two verses. I think it's verse 34.
11:34.
The last two. Yeah, watch this, Gerald. They say, and the swine is unclean. You can't eat it. Read what you got.
Verse 46. This is the law of the beast and of the fowl and of every living creature that moveth in the waters and every creature that creepeth upon the earth, to make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beasts that may be eaten
and the beasts that may be eaten. Don't forget, this is the law of the beast. The beast is what creepeth the earth, and the fowls, which the birds that fly. Said this is the law of the beast, what may be what?
Eaten. To make a difference between the unclean and the clean, and between the beasts that may be eaten and the beasts that may not be eaten.
Said between the beasts that may be eaten and the beasts that may not be eaten. So God is putting a difference in what you can eat and what you cannot eat. Read what you got.
Well, bring some beef right here.
He said, that's it. He said, bring some beef. That's what we need, beef. Because why? The swine is killing our people. You wonder why you got high blood pressure, high cholesterol?
Cancer.
What you say?
Cancer.
Cancer. It's because the swine. How you doing, mama? Come on, stop and look at the sign.
I know who he is.
You know who he is?
I know who he is.
Hey, since you in the rush, you got a smartphone?
Nah, let my son with the jail with it.
I was about to say, you got a smartphone, all you gotta do is scan it. Go ahead, bro, keep teaching.
God is.
Give me Deuteronomy 28
God bless.
and 64, I believe.
Okay, take it straight to the website.
When they tried to come that ladder.
See, I know you trying to go, Jerry. I know you want that pizza so bad. But watch this.
It ain't going nowhere.
It ain't going. It's gonna be there. They gonna make you a fresh one, a hot one. Right. You gonna see what it is. You gonna put the pizza above God. You can't do that, Gerald. Read what you got.
Verse 61. Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law.
The Bible said every sickness, Gerald, and every plague. What are sickness? We was just naming some. High blood pressure.
Cancer.
Gout. Name some sickness. Heart disease, cancer. All these sickness, God said for every sickness and what?
Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law.
Are those sickness written in the Bible? Where? Can you find them? Where it say cancer? He said it's not written in here. Read.
Them will the Lord bring upon thee.
God said them will he bring upon you. Because why? He already know that you're not going to listen. He already know that you're going to go in there and buy the swine. He know you're going to go in there and buy the crab legs, the catfish, the shrimp. He already know you're going to do it. God said them are the bottom feeders. That's what cleans the sea. The pig is what cleans the earth. The pig will go around and eat a human. No matter how many times you try to clean it, it's not gonna be clean. It'll puke, eat it up, eat any type of different human, skunk. And then we go behind the pig and eat it. So everything he just digests, because it don't even digest. The pig don't digest. So everything he just ate, we eat it. So God said, that's why it's unclean. That's why we can't eat it. Read what you got.
Also every sickness and every plague which is not written in the book of this law, them will the Lord bring upon thee, until thou be destroyed.
Until thou be destroyed. Until you decide that you want to listen to God. See, he gotta go get that pizza. Give me
I'll be right back, though.
Okay.
Coming right back.
Then you gonna be like, I gotta go take his pizza to the house. I gotta go take his pizza to the house.
We used to scream black power while heroin was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are how men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.